Can you guess who she is? Ano kaya siya? Who is she?
She is Jem.
Artista ba siya? Anak ng artist? Oh, wow, Jem. Oh.
Yes.
So,
Like her
yeah,
mom.
thank
So
you. Oh,
beautiful.
yeah. So, but what I want to let you guess actually is the personality of this little girl. So, by looking at this picture, what do you think is her personality like? Sige, parang mas mabilis na lang. I'll give you two choices only. Oh,
Shy.
may jolly. Yes. Oo, agree.
Shy.
Two choices. Do you think she is an extrovert or introvert person? Type
Introvert.
E, pag extrovert, I, introvert. Oh, extrovert daw, sabi ni Clarion. Introvert, letter I. Sino kayang majority? Cyril, extrovert daw. Introvert, Jerome. Ayan, tingnan natin sino kayang sino mas magaling manghula ng personality by the picture lang. Ayan. So, the answer is introvert. Oo, yun. Actually, yun, galing nga, mga nakahula ng introvert. And until now, I can say that I'm still an introvert person. And
Oh.
kasi, bakit sinabi kong introvert? No? Back then, in school, when our teacher calls for graded recitation, o kaya, ayun nga, even if I know the correct answer, I still wouldn't raise my hand. O kaya, dati kapag recess time sa school, I can just stay on my seat and not talk to kaya kong not talking to anyone. But if you talk with me naman, of course, I will respond to you, but maybe not with long conversations. So I was that really shy girl. But yeah, there's a big but. I don't want to settle as a mediocre person. I want to be awesome. I don't want to be an average lang. So, I won't allow myself to be constrained of what I can do and what I am possible to experience and attain in life. Because I know I have an awesome God and He also created me to be awesome. So, do you believe that He also created you, all of us, to be awesome?
Yes.
Awesome ba tayo? Yes. Oo, yes. Yan. Si Jerome, bilis mag-type. Yes, agree. Oo, yun, di ba? So, ayan, kapag din, ito sa talk, para mabilis na rin maalala yung mga key points, there are 3 M's for us to remember. So, 3M, and first letter M is mindset. Our mindset. Yan. Do you believe that the way we think is so powerful? So if you really, really want to grow, if you know your position, kahit na ganito lang, or your circumstances, the people you're with, the environment you're in are not the best that you imagine them to be, then you still can grow tremendously. You can, you need to have a growth mindset. You can blame others because of your situation, especially if it turns out that you don't like your future situation, because that means you didn't take action right now. If ganun pa rin yung tomorrow mo, sabihin nun, today, hindi mo in-improve, di ba? Gumawa ng paraan para maging mas better yung tomorrow mo or yung future mo. So, pero minsan, di ba, if it's already been months or years that you've been trying hard to improve and grow, don't lose hope. Wag pa rin mag-lose hope. You don't have to give up, no? Life goes on. Mag-share lang ako ng side lesson din. And because there are 2 things that I've learned that destroy our inner peace. And those 2 things are, number 1, being ungrateful, and number 2, haste. Yung namamadali, no? Gustong agad-agad ngayon. I know maraming millennials gustong agad-agad nga na maging successful, gustong immediate result. Pero sana rin, di ba, immediate action, na mas maraming action. No? Well, if you want immediate result, that's also good, syempre, di ba? If you use it as a motivation and encouragement, and you don't give up on that want. Yung want na yan, yung result na yun. But here, I am speaking as a millennial din, di ba? I'm also millennial too, and I am saying that there's no such thing as immediate success. Maybe it's been months or years that you've been striving to hit your medallion, ayan, magiging katulad sa kanila, your first Macaulay, your MDRT or Leaders League, COT, TOT, yun na lang, lahat ng mga awards, ginagawa mo na. pero wala pa rin, hindi pa rin na-hit yung target. Minsan, di ba, nawawalan tayo ng gana mag-prospect o mag-servicing na, or to do other sun life activities. So, wag, no? Hold on. Hold on and be grateful and think of what we have now. Hindi yung loss. Don't think of the loss. Hindi yun, ay, inisip mo, o nagsisi ka, ay, sayang, lack na lang ng, one life na lang. Ano na pala, makamedalyon na, o kaya, one life na lang, fast tracker na. Diba? O kaya, magkano na lang easy to meet the targets. We don't have time to think of those losses. So, stop grieving. Tell to yourself, stop grieving. Instead, think of ways na lang on how you can attain it. Diba? You're way better than others. Be your own hero. Because heroes never give up. They keep on trying. You never lose when you fail because you lose when you give up. So you are smarter than what you feel. Kaya I'm thankful and I'm so grateful that our Heavenly Father is here always and is there to guide me and help me break that fixed mindset. No? I don't have mindset na I don't have this or that, hindi ko kaya, o kaya better stay silent na lang or be shy na lang. Yan. So break those thoughts off. So now, I experience this. Ayan.
Eiffel Tower sa Paris.
Yun din.
Wala po.
Hindi naman, ay no, wala bang audio? Narinig ba?
Wala po.
Ngayon meron, pero kanina sa video wala?
Kanina po, wala.
Sa video, okay, sige, dimali. May mga singing-singing, nagkumakanta kami, no, sa, yan yung sa, holiday namin na, na incentive trip naman. Yun, so, yun nga. And ito lang, nung nag-sun life, na nag-join ako, parang feeling mo you're a princess, no? Talagang
Hello, Miss Jem.
Nandyan na pala.
Medyo nawawala po yung audio.
Ay, nawawala ang audio.
Opo.
Nagcha-choppy?
Yes po, nag-garbage.
Okay, sige. Sana part yung yung nawala. Pero ito naman, anyway, yung kinakwento ko lang dito is, yun nga, pagka nandyan yung as a princess, oo, nakaka-feel na parang princess talaga yung treatment ni Sun Life sa'yo. Na nandyan na agad yung yung mga luggage mo, nasa room na, wow, hindi mo na kailangan bitbit. Diba pag sariling trips, diba? You have to bring your own luggage from, diba? Yun sa sa hotel, no, sa car, up to your room. Pero dito, yan
Hello po.
Nagloloko siya.
Nawawala po pag nag-next slide. Pag pinipindot po yung next slide, nawawala po yung audio.
Hindi ba nakuha? Sabi ko dapat nakuha.
Nandyan na. Yun. So, yun nga, hindi lang trips with friends, no, with Sun Life friends, pero pwede rin with your family. Yun. Hindi lang co-advisors, pero with family. So, ayun, medyo clear na ba ulit? Bumalik na yung audio?
Yes,
Yes.
po, okay na po.
Yes po.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So, yun, I trust that you've heard din naman mga many stories from other speakers as well. And if you notice, all of us have one thing in common. What do you think is that? Anyone? Ano kaya yung common na narinig niyo sa mga life stories ng mga speaker? Kaya na-attain. Is it because high IQ kasi, intelligent quotient, high IQ, EQ, emotional ba quotient, or SQ kasi nasa sales tayo yung social quotient? Or what is it that makes us where we are right now?
Because of
Yeah, don't quit. Oo.
Right.
And yan yung adversity quotient, AQ. Yes, adversity quotient. Yan, Clarion. Correct. Exactly. Yun nga eh. We all have that in common. Ability to go through rough patch in life and come without losing your mind. Merong grit, resilience, endurance, and yun, nakaka-recover. Yung recovery. So again, ano rin yung
Solo ko.
Ay, Miss Jem, nawala po ulit.
What if, hindi ba napadala ang Jelay, hindi mo ba nahingi? Dapat yung presentations, nahiram.
ito, ayun. Okay, malinaw na. Click ko na lahat para hindi siya
Ayan, okay po.
Ayan, okay. Thank you. So, yun nga. 2 things that we should never do it so it won't destroy us. Yan yung number 1, ungratefulness. And number 2, yung haste, no? Namadali. Yan. And ito nga ang first lesson natin. First M, which is growth mindset. Yan. So, second M, ano naman yung second M? M is momentum. Yun yung pangalawa. But if you don't have a clear vision of where will you go with your momentum, diba? Without a vision to direct you. And in Proverbs, it also teaches us where there is no vision, people perish. So, yun nga. So first, recall, refocus nyo muna yung 2021 vision. So, meron ba anyone here is brave enough to share and make your branch as your accountability partner for your vision? By the end of 2021, who will you be? What will you accomplish? Yan. While you are recalling, yung 2021 na vision, ako naman personally, aside from writing down, write down or making a vision board, I also seek the Lord's promise for me for the year to come. So kapag 2021, December ng 2020, and I seek God's promise kung ano yun for that year, yun yung this year, no? Because our own, yun nga, sariling ginawa mo na, anong vision for ourselves won't matter if at the end of the day, it is not according to God's promise for us. Despite how well you will pursue those things or how much time, effort, and even resources that you do, wala. If it's not His will, then it won't be done. Diba? So, ayun. Meron bang gusto mag-share? Maybe you can unmute yourself or type mo na lang sa chat sa Zoom chat. Meron bang gusto mag-share? May ba? Naku, baka nahihiya. O sige, di bale. Share nyo sa sa mga managers nyo. Yun, okay. So now, yun, di ba? You refocus your vision. So what's next? Momentum na ba agad-agad? No, hindi pa, no? Nagmamadali na naman tayo. So next, we all have to have yung self-discipline. Discipline? Tatanungin siguro, hindi ba motivation mo na para nga magawa mo yun? Yung gusto mo, di ba? Or yung dapat gawin. Why? When we wake up, do we need to wait for motivation to kick us out of bed? No. We just do it, di ba? Because we have to. We have to wake up, di ba? Go out of bed. And until we did something good, something great that day, then it would motivate us to wake up again the next day and the following days to come. And yun na, we hit our momentum. So, make it happen first. Diba? Don't wait for motivation. So, type yes nga if you agree. Hindi lang agree, dapat agree and you will start work on it. Yan. Yes, yes, yes. Good. So, di ba? Ayan, mga managers, take note na sino yung mga advisors na nag-yes. And sino yung mga sino yung mga NR lang. Warning na yan pag wala pang action. Yun. So, di ba? Ayun. Yes, maraming na nag-agree. So, kasi it comes from dapat tayo muna, di ba? Some people kasi dream of success lang, while other people get up every morning to make it happen. So that's why we have to have clear vision first so we can start making it happen. Kumbaga, discipline and motivating ourselves eventually generates that momentum in us. So another word for here, ito para sa second M is, alala natin dapat yung consistency. So kahit may rejections, don't be controlled by that fear of being rejected. Diba? Disciplined ka na eh. Continue lang. Continue to be consistent, to prospect, and to position ourselves out in the open in a sea of people. Yung market natin, di ba? So, prospect and positioning. Number one, una, paano mag-prospect pag sinabi natin? As we all know, di ba, lalakasan mo lang yung loob mo, how to approach and to make calls, di ba? Do calls, and hindi ko rin sinabi, di ba, laging parang sinabi na, ay, kapalan mo dapat yung mukha mo, ganun, di ba? So, magkaiba yun. Lakasan yung loob mo. Magkaiba yun, di ba? And ganito rin, think of prospecting like you're going out for fishing, but you're using a spear. So you're hunting and you're looking into the water, but it is not so deep. So you're trying to stab a fish, di ba? Kinuha mo. But, nako, umalis yung fish. Oh, meron na naman isa. Yan, nakuha mo na. Or sayang, ay, hindi ko nahuli. But you keep on trying, di ba? You kept trying. Ayan, nakuhuli na rin ng fish. So, while we all know that na sometimes we catch some fish, but sometimes we don't. Pero di bale, di ba? Planting naman sila na we inject in their mindset that they should plan ahead to avoid future problems. So, may mga seeds na yan na later on, we will reap them. So, yun yung prospecting. And yun nga, tuloy-tuloy lang na kumausap ng mga tao, hanap ng, di ba, ng iba, and keep it up. While, madaming, malawak ang ocean. Tama. Tama ka, Mel. So, yun nga, nag-plug ka rin naman ng seeds, di ba? Kung hindi pa, wag mo munang i-cross out. Balikan mo na lang din sila, di ba? So, next is positioning naman. Ano ba yung while positioning? Ganun pa rin. Think of it like you're still fishing, di ba? But instead of catching a fish with a spear, you now have a rod with a bait, di ba? And here we go now. You can pull it up with your rod, di ba? Pero hindi ka dapat nagmamadali. You try to catch them, but you wait. You simply wait for the fish to bite on that bait, and here we go. You can pull it up with your rod. So you're qualifying your prospects, finding the right market who are ready to buy your service. So you're marketing yourself, branding in social media, diba? And yun din na show your prospective clients that you're likable, you're approachable, professional, at the same time, diba, you're caring and winning. So you can post pictures of yourself that you're working with a set of clients. May mga candid shots ka pa na sabi mo kay sa co-advisors nag-service ka or di ba? May mga claims or fund switching kailangan i-assist kay client because your clients take your financial advices. Yun, gusto mo din ipakita na ginagawa mo rin yung trabaho natin, lalo na, di ba, yun nga, virtual din tayo. So, o kaya pwede rin naman, hindi lang about work, you went on an outreach program. You care about your community without having something in return. Pwede rin, you could also post pictures while holding a mic, you're speaking and sharing your knowledge with a large group of people. Kaya if you're an author of a book or you write blogs, you also share them and post them. Pag meron ka ring awards, you won awards, got medals, trophies, incentive from Sunlight, post them. What else? But you're enjoying your vacation time with your family on a weekday. Share mo rin yan. Share that you're able to live a wonderful life and not just doing this to earn a living. Hindi lang about money. And while you are positioning yourself, eto na yun, do your actions inspire trust? Yan. Ask yourself, do your action inspire trust? Nakikita ba sa'yo yun? If yes, whenever you do positioning and may magandang message kang pinaparating, people come to you instead of you chasing them. So think of ways how can people would want to do business with you. No, they calling up on you instead of you chasing them. But we know din naman that's not always the case. So we are not just doing business here. We don't just wait for people to be ready and get our services because people normally don't realize that they indeed need an insurance. Kahit eye-openers na talaga yung mga posts mo, di ba? But also, we are also carrying this advocacy that we care for people. So we have to do both prospecting and positioning. And even there are rejections, tuloy mo lang and be proactive. Take initiatives. Do calls and visit them if pwede naman. And take initiative na magpaturo ka rin sa mga managers niyo. Huwag mahiya na magtanong or magpaturo pag hindi naka-close, hindi pa nag-work out yung case na yan, diba? Again, everyone fears failing, but let us focus. Wag yun doon sa failure na. Refuse that fear to control us. That's why there are no other secrets. And I cannot stress this more. Kaya 3 times ko nang sinulat to eh. Yan. Activities, activities, activities. Sige nga, come on, let's say it all together. Kahit na hindi tayo sabay-sabay, no? Pero sige, sabihin natin yun. Activities, activities,
activities, activities.
Yes, ayan. Kahit may rejections, kahit hindi na close, huwag kang huminto sa activities mo. Because if there's something you don't like doing it, and you make yourself do it 37 consecutive days nga, diba? Hindi lang 30, no? 37. And by the 38th day, it's easier to do it than not to do it anymore. It's also like exercise, diba? And working out. When you look in the mirror, you can't see the results yet. Even after you do it consecutively, no, na ilang araw na or months na, pero hindi mo pa makikita agad. But the longer you do it, you'll feel the difference, di ba? You feel good. And you feel happy, stronger, kasi alam mo, when you sweat, di ba, the fat is crying. And for a longer while na you keep on exercising, you also get to see the results. Oh, pumapayat ka na rin pala. Ay, may abs na pala, di ba? Because you do it consistently. And you're in the momentum. You don't want to stop. Nandiyan na, tuloy-tuloy mo na. And every time you close a sale, gusto mo rin, di ba? Gusto mo tuloy-tuloy na, may close na, di ba? Nandiyan ka na sa momentum. But it's not great enough if one made a sale. And maybe you would ask, what do you mean by this, Jem? Na hindi ba yung goal nga natin ng mga activities is we close sales? No, not really. Because the next question is, how many referrals did you get? How many referrals did you get? Which leads to our third and last M, which is mastery. Mastery. But before we get to learn how to gain referrals and recommendations, let's understand why. Why should we have referrals? And yung when. When can we ask for referrals or get recommended by others? And syempre, ang pinakaintay natin lahat, diba, is how to get referrals. Okay, so first question, which is yung why. Hindi ba prospecting is the blood of our sales? E di, doon na lang tayo focus, diba? Eh, mukhang, minsan parang, imposible naman talaga yung asking for referrals eh. Lagi ko na lang binabanggit yun sa clients ko and friends ko, pero never naman ako nakakuha ng real referrals. So, sinong nakaka-relate dito na nagganon? Meron ba? So, why do we need referrals? Yun. And the answer is simple. Because we grow by referral. Diba? We grow by referral. And isn't it we value our families, friends, and business colleagues. So we have concern on their welfare as well. Otherwise, sige ka, pagka hindi sila financially independent, then mangungutang sila sa'yo. Sige ka, nanakot tayo, no? So, sige, kaya let's answer, okay, the next question, yung when. When naman, when is it right timing for this? But, well, in my experience before, I always ask for referrals after I close a sale na or delivered a policy na. That was when my mindset was, I thought it would make more sense and easier to ask for referrals after my client was already convinced and sold na siya, di ba? Because he or she believed in insurance and in my service. That's why she gets from me. Pero nung mas lumagal na ako dito sa industry na to, I changed my mind. And since we all know, hindi naman talaga lahat ng kausap natin will be a closed sale, di ba? Then that means I also lose the chance to ask for referrals, di ba? So this time, every time before I start presenting, I already position the clients that you're gonna give me more clients. So, okay, I'm sure you'll think of someone that you will recommend me to them. Ganun yung na-set mo sa kanila. So, how? Number 3. How? Ito na yung how. Hindi sa tama or mali or kung paano, kasi wala naman talaga. This is really, it depends on what really works for you, okay? So, ayun nga, bago ko rin sila i-position, i-mindset, na bibigyan mo ko ng referrals, ganun. Of course, I also have to mindset myself first, di ba? So, in my mind, before our meeting starts, begin with an end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. And this is already a done deal. Yun yung isipin mo. Close na to. I have to be at my best self para, syempre, clients will believe and trust in whatever I advise them. So I would simply say, if what you are about to hear would help you and your family, will you also recommend me to your close friends so they can be helped as well? Yun lang. Before presentation pa kasi. So you just ask simple yes or no question para makuha mo din yung assurance na magbigay sa'yo later on. And in the question, you also suggest who they will have to refer. So, ni-specify mo na kung sino. So, not just, di ko sinabi friends lang, diba? Sinabi ko close friends. O hindi lang, dapat wag lang sabihin mo na refer mo sa family. But, specify mo, cousins, ganyan, kapatid. So, example lang yan. And then, before you end the meeting, you ask again. So, yun na, you ask na you prepared a form. Ako, ginagawa ko is yun nga, I prepared a form for them to fill up para walang busot, no? Parang kasama siya sa application form. Ganun. So, it would look like nasa process siya talaga. So, simple form lang naman. I just write, may 3 columns dyan. May names, tapos yung contact number, and yung relationship. So, when you introduce yourself to that preferred person, you can start with a conversation, yung sa connection, kung ano ba yung relationship niya, tsaka sa kanya. So, not just a random contact that you got. And yun din, sometimes maglalabas ako ng phone ko para i-check din niya, magagayahin din niya. Diba, naglabas ka ng phone, so siya din magpapalabas ng phone. Check din niya yung contacts list niya. Or I'll try to walk out para the client is left alone. And di ba, minsan ang awkward naman pagka alone ka na lang, wala kang nang gagawin. So he would be left with no choice but to have to check his phone, di ba, minsan ganun, or maybe who are his latest na mga chatmates, and write down on the form that you've left with him. Yun. So, okay ba yun? So sometimes naman, I can also ask my clients to call right there and then. Call up his friend and he would be the one introducing me to his friend. But I'll be the one to suggest him what to say na para mas mabilis ko lang na sabihin na lang kung ano yung papakilala niya sa akin, di ba? pwede mong more on hindi wag mong pakilala na parang eto financial advisor, parang maano agad yung di ba, yung i-refer. Pero sasabihin ko na ipakilala mo na lang ako sa magaling at mabait mong mong friend, ganun na lang. Who is me, yun, ganun lang. So don't say na eto expert na na advisor, hindi. So more of lang yung mas etong Johnny person, may papakil, ganun lang. So yung papa-introduce mo sa kanya is hindi yung sa work, pero as a person, yung personality. Yan. So the ways you can ask for referrals or ask for to be recommended by your client is really case-to-case basis naman. It depends na yung sa case ng clients mo kung how close you are with them. Pero kahit hindi close din, you also have to ask for referrals na. So don't leave without one. No, talagang by the end of the yung meeting nyo, makakuha ka ng referral. So ayan, you also have to keep on learning. Syempre, di ba? Never think that you're already on top and you don't have anything to improve on. Who are we to think of that, di ba? Now, parang ngayon, di ba, you are attending here at branch meeting, you're already a step ahead than others who are not present. Now, every time na you're attending seminars, both free and paid seminars, o kaya minsan may incentivized, diba? Grab those opportunities because nobody can snatch that kind of investment you made for yourself. And once you acquire the learnings, don't just stop there. Dapat reflect on it, and you know what? It is through sharing and teaching others that you will learn more. That's the time you develop the ability to sustain your learnings, and indeed, you made your investment grow richer. Such as right now, for example, you learned to seed referrals into your client's mind prior your actual presentation. So next is you reflect on it. Imagine and practice. How will you say it in front of your clients? You choose your words, reflect on it as if you're the client who received that question, and think about it. Would you be asked, if you being asked that way, would you feel comfortable na, o kaya sa sinasabihan ka ng bigyan mo naman ako ng clients, or di ba nakaka-off yun? So, and then next naman is to implement na there's no other way but to go out there and do it, di ba? And lastly, we're not in a competition here, right? So we share it. Don't feel na makuha na yung clients mo if you share your new ideas. So yun din nga, again, in the first place, financial advisory is an advocacy to help others. And another very important aspect to have, so that one may say that you had mastery in this business, is servicing. Yan. Servicing, yes, diba? Believe me when I say no one can last in this business if servicing is bad. As in, wala. None. No service at all. Diba? Can anyone cite examples of servicing that you've done in the past, or that you are doing? Type nyo na lang sa chat. Policy reviews. Yes, Joanna. Diba? Ina-update natin sila, nire-review natin yung existing policies nila para ma-recall din ano ba yung purpose nung kinuha ng policy. Minsan wala nang gana sila, hulog ng hulog, diba? Pero pag nag-policy review tayo, mas yan, updating of payment history. Magkano na, diba? O ito yung fund value mo. Baka malaman mo, diba? Pag nung nag-update kayo, ganito na pala yung bagong milestone or life stage. O kaya, married na pala, or may anak na, may first child, second, or diba? Ano pang servicing? Sino pang ano pa yung ginagawa niyong servicing? May mga case pa kayong like orphan clients. Alam niyo ba kapag lalo na mga rookies pala, in case minsan diba feel natin na wala akong mga clients, yun pa yung mga natural market parang hindi pa, wala pa. We can also ask from Sun Life. Did you know this? Na you can ask from Sun Life. Yun nga, ask for orphan clients, pwede rin yun. Assist them with their policies. Ayan, baka meron na palang may mga maka-claim na, yun. And I also do policy review even with other insurance companies. Yan. Hindi lang sa Sun Life. Extend natin yung service natin. And I also invite my clients to forums, di ba? Ngayon, ang dami nating mga virtual forums. Dati, even pre-pandemic, meron na rin, di ba? Yan, continued. We have to add value and educate our clients din and hindi lang mga clients natin ako ginagawa ko rin kahit yung mga anak ng ng clients, we also have to give value to them, di ba yun nga yung mga parents or mga clients natin, di ba, alam na natin that they value their children the most, di ba, na kaya nga meron silang gawa na insurance na policy kasi syempre, di ba, para sa heirs din naman nila. So, I don't think na ay sayang lang siguro yung yung time ko kasi alam ko naman, syempre mga anak, paano bang syempre hindi naman sila kukuha na ng di ba? They won't buy a life insurance in the first place. But what I think is nakikita ng clients mo na you also care for yung mga yung mga anak nila, kahit na hindi naman kukuha or what, pero you're educating yung mga anak nila. So as early as kahit mga high schoolers pa lang, college, mga anak nila, yun. I offer, sabi ko na, sige, turuan ko mga anak niyo, mag-money management session kami, ganun. So, natutuwa sila na, talaga, na ibibigyan mo anak ko ng parang, ng free na session. Yun, kasi alam naman din natin, di ba? Usually, kids won't listen directly to their parents, pero kailangan may third person pa, di ba, na may pagsasabihan sa kanila para, wag basta-basta, wag lang gumastos ng pera na, you have to, value money, yun. So, aside from that, meron pa bang, mag-share? Ano pa yung ginagawa yung servicing? Kapag birthdays, di ba, nag-greet ba tayo sa kanila? Pag birthday, or kung may occasion, o kaya pag we also empathize in times of grief. Yun, meron din ganun, di ba? So, we always have to be there for them. Baga, ang servicing kasi is, yung trust, no? Pinapakita mo rin yun na you are trusted din. And you will always be there for them. Kahit na in good times or in bad times, di ba? Yun, reminding of their, mga premium juice, yun. Tapos, yun din na, di ba kapag sa relationship din, kasi dito we're building relationship with our clients, right? So, alam naman natin, di ba? Merong may love languages, yun. So, in sales, dito rin pala, applicable din yun. We also have to use yung love languages. So, paano yun? Siyempre, hindi naman touch. Bawal naman yung touch, no? So, ano gawin mo ngayon? Lalo na, social distancing, di ba? Ang gawin mo, you can do is, instead na mag-chat lang, you do voice message. Yun, di ba pagka-touch, mas with feeling. So, ganun din, pagka-voice message, mas di ba? Mas nakaka-touch, marinig mo yung empathy mo. O kaya yung masaya kapag, di ba, narinig mo yung voice, may tone. Yun. And then, I also ask how their loved ones are, di ba? How can we help them or recommend them someone to them kapag alam mo o meron pala silang ganitong business, kailangan nila ng supplier ba or clients na ganito, hinahanap, pwede mong ipag-match using our network, di ba? O kaya, di ba, another love language is gift, di ba? O gift. So kapag Christmas, Chinese New Year, ayan, tikoy, bibigyan mo rin, di ba? Yun, makaalala ka ng ng clients mo na parang wow, very thoughtful naman ng advisor. And syempre, pang love language na gusto ng lahat? Time, di ba? Yun time. Nabibigyan pa rin sila ng oras. Hindi yung after sales, wala na, di ba? So, nandyan ka pa rin. Hindi ibig sabihin na, ay, nakuha ko na yung commission ko. Okay na, sige, wala. So, hindi pwede talaga gano'n. Kaya, better yet, I encourage you to hire your own secretary din. Kasi, alam nga din, lahat ka gagawa nun, di ba? May oras pa tayo lahat na ganun karaming oras. So, yun. I really advise dun sa mga wala pang sariling personal secretary, you will, parang you will just delegate all admin works to her. And use your time to strategize and meet more clients. So if you think na, ay sayang, wala naman akong masyadong papawork na nagagawin sa sa secretary, then think again. No? Hindi. Ako, dahil secretary is sobrang busy niya. Minsan kulang pa nga sa oras eh. At nasasabi ko parang the secretary is ganun ka, ganun ka busy. Kasi pag tinanong mo yung mga ibang secretaries, may mga requirements, kahit na mas matagal na sila than may secretary, hindi pa rin nila alam kung anong form na gamitin or what requirements. So sila pa mismo ang nagtatanong sa secretary ko, or even me. Sometimes they also ask me, when their boss is asking them, tapos pinasa pala sa akin. So what I do, let my secretary, aside from yung mga usual stuff, and updating and summarizing yung yung mga policy details of my clients, you can actually teach your secretary to call up your clients. So, yung secretary mo na, ang mag-remind ng premium dues and mag-do ng policy reviews. Pero yung itong policy reviews na gagawin ni secretary is just regarding policy information. May information lang. So, mga ganun, di ba? Yung mga change address, contact number, email, etc. So, mga ganun, or status from single to married, pwedeng let your secretary do it for you. So, you can also teach your secretary to call the clients, like say, hi, I'm Anna Cruz, secretary of gorgeous Miss Meng Torres, and we would just like to make sure if you're okay. Yan, turuan mo yung secretary mo to ask the client, concern. Parang may concern din, di ba? Tapos tanong din na, is there any changes in your life that Miss Meng needs to know? Yun, like did you get married or a child or anything significant milestone, so we can update your policy details. So, ganun lang. And always keep in mind that whenever you do servicing, you want to give and add value to them to build and increase their trust in you. And then, bonus na lang yun kapag maka-upsell and resell pa, di ba? When you do servicing, definitely it will come. Pero kapag nasa ulo mo na is to get a sale, then clients can feel it and would see that in your eyes. May mga peso sign na yung mga mata mo, no? Kaya whenever you do servicing, ask ourselves, are we demonstrating integrity? Yung trust? May competence ba? You're good at what you do. And reliability. You're there to serve them. And just to add another tip in mastery, let us learn to focus on your character strengths instead of weaknesses. Kasi minsan, we usually get easily see our own weaknesses, like when there's a clean sheet of bond paper, di ba, with a black spot, then we usually focus on the black spot and not the clean bond paper. And this may happen also in our life when you saw others thriving, like they're doing company presentations or gumagawa sila ng group retirement plans or set of businessmen na clients. Wow, they're excelling so fast. Tapos, you also force yourself getting into group deals that it seems not to work with you. So, yung strength mo pala is more on sa mga mommies, sa kausap mo, and nako-close deals mo, o kaya with mga millennial na clients, kaya mo palang maraming kausapin ng mga millennials naman. So, it's good that you also try different market, different sales techniques, or different concepts. Tama yun, because you're learning and doing holistic approach. But it's a different case when you focus on them too much and you get disappointed with yourself, which resulted on not being productive with your strengths, with your own strengths and talents, and skills mo, no? Since you've been spending so much time or too much time in working on your weaknesses. Kung gusto mo pilitin mo in-improve, pero hindi talaga para sa'yo, hindi hindi ka dyan mas naging productive. So, focus on your strengths na lang. Diba? So far guys, are you still there? Nandyan pa ba? Or
yes.
Inantak na ba? O hindi naman? Okay. Thank you. Yan. So, ito naman, you got some helpful sales tips naman and yung mga skills. Yeah, thank you for answering it. Yung tatlo na yan, mindset, momentum, and mastery. So we've tackled prospecting, positioning, referral, servicing, even up to managing your own secretary's work. Diba? So, ayan, to close, let us, yun nga, share ko lang din itong some quotes with you. So if you get tired, learn to rest, diba? Not to quit. And all of these life lessons, not just in sales lessons that I've learned, if not for experience, wala rin ngayon. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives the test before the lesson afterward, no? Diba? And success takes time. You can't microwave success. Agree ba kayo doon? Yes. Okay. Thank you. And to God be the glory. Thank you for your time, Sakura Branch.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Jem. So, ang daming learnings. So, napuno ko yung notes ko. And yung mga na nag-strike sa akin is, of course, yung words of affirmation na you are smarter than what you feel. So, di ba, kung ikaw yung hindi maniniwala sa sarili mo, sino pa yung maniniwala, di ba? So, dapat umpisahan natin sa sarili natin. And also, don't wait for motivation. Make it happen. And begin with an end in mind. Di ba, parang pag may minimit tayong mga clients, kapag feeling mo na close na to, ang mga next mong tinatanong is yung payment, 'di ba, parang pag hesitant ka, tatanong mo ito-close na ba natin to, 'di ba ganun? Pero pag sure ka na dun sa client mo, ibibigay mo na sa kanya yung list of parang way kung paano magagawa yung payment, ganun. Hindi mo na siya tatanungin, parang iniisip mo na close to. So ang tatanong ko sa kanya, ang sasabihin ko sa kanya is kung paano siya magbabayad, parang something like that. And of course, yung activities, which is the lifeblood ng work natin. Dahil kung walang activities, of course, walang close na client. Okay? So anything you want to say, Jelay or partner?
Ako na ba? Sige. Yes, agree din na. Hi, Miss Jem.
Hello, Jelay.
Yan na tayo. Anyway. Ayan, nag-agree din ako dun kay Tolitz. Actually, yung sa akin naman, yung key takeaway ko is don't just be a dreamer, but also be a doer. Kasi, di ba, hindi naman pwede na puro lang tayo pangarap ng pangarap. Hindi natin siya maaabot kung hindi tayo nagagawa para doon. Yung parang sinabi mo nga kanina, na dun sa isang slide mo. So, yun. And, lalo na po yung activities. So, yun din naman yung palagi nating sinasabi na wala naman talagang sekreto kung paano magiging successful dito kay Stanlight. Yun lang, kailangan lang natin ng maraming activities. So, yun. Kat?
Yun. So, nag-agree naman ako sa mga natutunan ng ating ng ating mga fellows sa Kurans. So, gusto ko lang pala magdagdag kasi isa rin dun sa mga naalala ko sa sinabi ni Miss Jem is talagang patience is the key. So, yun nga yung example niya ng fishing rod, no? So, you have to wait talaga. Huwag tayong mapikon kapag hindi ready si client, no? Baka kasi pinagdadaanan, di ba? And then, pwede naman natin silang balikan. So, we never should, give them, yung,
Don't surrender.
bigyan mo sila ng time to think. Siyempre, medyo malaking decision yung ginagawa nila, di ba? And also, yung sinasabi ni Miss Jem na, learn to master the art of asking referrals. Di ba?
Yes.
Oo. So, may bagong strategy yung tinuro si Miss Jem na before kasi, no, ako rin minsan guilty ako dun yung after na maklose yung sale, after na deliver policy, tsaka ka pala magtatanong, baka naman po client, meron kang client, dyan, kapatid, ganyan. So, si Miss Jem, no, ang ganda ng art niya, no, so baliktad, no. So, maraming mga ways to ask referrals. Thank you po, Miss Jem, Ang ganda po ng mga tips ninyo.
Thank you din. Thank you and God bless.
Ayan, Tita Meng, would you like to say a few words for Miss Jem?
Wait lang, tanong muna natin, baka may gustong
Pag questions and answers.
Yeah, meron ba sa inyo guys na gustong magtanong kay Miss Jem or